My mission is to help you find hope, resilience, and post-traumatic growth after life's trials and traumas. The theory of post-traumatic growth has been helping many people, and I am excited to teach you in this next series of videos. Sometimes it can be frustrating when you hear that therapists may not understand the theory of post-traumatic growth and how to help you find that growth after the trauma. I recently trained over 200 therapists, and I was surprised by a poll that I had taken with a therapist. When I asked them if they'd heard of the theory of post-traumatic growth, only 61% had heard of the theory. Now, when I asked how many are teaching the theory, 78% of those were not teaching the theory. And 80% of them did not understand the basic 5 domains of post-traumatic growth that I'm going to explain here going forward. Now, as I teach this to you, I want you to ask yourself a few things. How can you use this? Why must you use this? When will you use this? And who can you teach this week? I hope once you learn these theories, you're going to start sharing it with other people. I use the metaphor of tapping a maple tree to explain the theory of post-traumatic growth and how you can tap inside of you and pull out the difficult troubles that you're going through and to turn them into something different. When you look at a maple tree, they have to drill into the tree to pull out the sap, and it drips out and collected in buckets. Then it can be boiled down and turned into maple syrup. So you're able to turn that what's inside the tree into something different. And that's what I'm asking many people to do when I teach the theory of post-traumatic growth. Here's another image that I had created to explain that you have to drill into the tree. And symbolically, I want you to think of that you have to pull that what's inside the trauma and pull that out and to turn it into something different. We know that in the United States, 61% of men and 51% of the women report some exposure to at least some lifetime traumatic event. And over 90% of those clients that are in public health behavioral settings have experienced some kind of trauma. Basically, when I look at this theory, I say, this research shows that you are not alone in the trauma. You are not alone in the trials that you go through. Many of us have experienced this. But it's also estimated that 3/4 of the adults over the age 65 have been exposed to at least one traumatic event. If you looked around you, probably most of the people around you have had some kind of traumatic event in their life. What is the theory of post-traumatic growth? So the theory of post-traumatic growth started with Richard Tedeschi and Lawrence Calhoun. So in the mid-1990s, they came up with the theory of post-traumatic growth. And it's this idea that people can flourish and have a greater appreciation and more resilience after a traumatic event. They define this post-traumatic growth as a positive psychological change in the wake of struggling with highly challenging life circumstances. Basically, what they were doing is interviewing a lot of people that have gone through trials in their lives, whether that has been loss of a limb, loss of a partner, loss of a child, maybe some kind of injury, maybe blindness. And they started interviewing them and found that many of them found that they had found some kind of growth or new thing to live for after the trauma. So they came up with a theory of post-traumatic growth. There's a lot of research that they have around post-traumatic growth, but basically they came up with the idea that there are 5 domains of post-traumatic growth. That many people, when they clustered all their interviews together and they grouped in their answers, they found that they fell into 5 general areas, which they called the 5 domains of post-traumatic growth. So it's either some found some personal strength, some found some new relationship with others, some found some new spiritual change, others found some new appreciation for life, and the others found some new possibilities. I'm excited for you to hear the theories of post-traumatic growth and how you might be able to use it going forward in your lives. I hope you found value in this video, and if you did, please comment below what you've learned. It's also helpful if you like the video and share it with others. I hope you enjoy this next video.